Hello, my spicy Pisces. Welcome. Thank you so very much for being with me. This will be a general weekly reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for November 11th through November 17th, 11/11. Of course, dates are approximate and flexible. You may find resonance with this message whenever you view it, or you may find none at all since it is a general reading. Take anything that resonates, leave the rest behind. And don't forget, you should never substitute anyone else's opinion or judgment for your own, right? The cards are really just here, as a guide, reading the energies that apply to, again, this is general reading, so that apply to some of you, and maybe providing guidance. So just having, some sort of a message or some sort of wisdom for some of us. Sometimes it's a conversation starter. It gets you, maybe it points something out that you are missing, and it makes you think about something differently, right? Okay, so we have one card for the physical realm. We have the Page of Cups reversed, and this is from the Minor Arcana. Now we're asking for the mental realm. What is on the mind of Pisces this week? Okay, that is like kind of a lot of cards here, but you know what? It was taking a long time for them to come out, so I feel as though the universe was waiting for them to come out in the right order. So you've got a lot on your mind this week, Pisces. All right. I don't even know what's under that Queen of Pentacles, but we'll see. Okay, and your message from the universe is on the floor. Okay, now we have the King of Cups, and he did look reversed to me in the position he was on the floor. So I'm going to put him in reverse, but we'll see how that fits in. But he just jumped out across the floor. All right, let's get one card from the Major Arcana that best represents the overall energy here. Which of the Major Arcana best represents the overall energy? Okay, we have, that's two cards. You know what? That took kind of a while. I'm going to put the two cards up there. I don't often do that, but it did take a while, so maybe there might be an extra message in here. The overall energy cards also, contain messages in them often, if not always, really, when you think about it. All of the cards are here with a message, right? Okay, so we have, as the overall energy, we have the Death card, and then we have the Lovers reversed. In the physical realm, we have the Page of Cups reversed. Now, in the mental realm, you've got a lot on your mind here. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. You've got the Four of Swords. You've got the Four of Wands. And you've got the Page of Wands. Wow. Okay, interesting here. So I feel as though your focus is good. And then again, the King of Cups reversed, who jumped out on the floor. So let's take a look at what's on your mind, because this is really positive focus here, right? Well, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So you might be this could be a male or a female, but you might be focused on someone who is it could be an earth sign, but not necessarily. Could be a male or female, could be an earth sign, but not necessarily. So that could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. Or it could just be the energy of this person. This person is generally hardworking, maybe a single parent who's trying to balance a career, or even, it's not even necessarily a career. It could be a tough job that this person is balancing between, raising children and doing his or her work, performing his or her duties. So that's who that could be for you, who is on your mind here. So we have the Four of Swords. This is a solid energy of contemplation, of rest, sometimes meditation, right? Taking time out to really consider what's going on in your life, in your world. Again, it could be meditation. So some of you might be spending some time in meditation, which is always a positive thing, right? Meditation gives you a solid foundation with, like, let's say you meditate in the morning, it gives you a solid foundation with which to start the day. If you do it in the middle of the day, it can rejuvenate you and really reroute you, into the, giving you that grounded feeling again throughout the day. Even at night, if you meditate at night before going to bed, it can start you out the next morning in a more solid, on a more solid foundation here. So that 4 number is the number of stability, and this kind of, contemplation and meditation can provide that, right? Another 4. So this is the energy of like a stable, happy home or family or relationship, whatever this means for you, whatever is kind of like home for you. It doesn't even necessarily have to be your physical home, but it's kind of like that just solid foundation in relationships. Really overall, it could indicate family and celebration and engagements or weddings or family get-togethers and reunions and things like that. It can indicate that. So it could be that for some of you. And some of you could just be, you're focusing on, just that feeling of home, that feeling of stability, that joy of knowing all is well. So now at the bottom here, we have the Page of Wands. So this could represent a fire sign. This could be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, but not necessarily, and it can be male or female. This would be someone who is either young or who's young at heart. It doesn't have to mean young in age, but this is someone who's very enthusiastic, who has a positive attitude, who looks forward to fun and adventure and new things. And I feel like this person, could just like light up a room when he or she walks into it, like has a positive energy and affects people positively. So, I really like this person. I'm not sure who this is, obviously. Hopefully you know, Pisces. So your focus here is really, really, really positive, right? And, with your overall energy here, the Death card. The Death card is an indication of something coming to a natural end or its natural end. So it could be a cycle has completed for you and now you are ready for something new, or you've begun something new, you're beginning something new is coming in for you. But interesting enough, what really caught my eye is the fact that this is the 13 card. 1 plus 3 is 4. So now we're talking about another 4 energy, another energy of stability, right? And you know what? In the natural order of things, cycles begin, cycles end. And, that is something we can always count on, right? The change of the seasons, all of that, right? Cycles begin, cycles end. And again, this is not an unexpected ending with the Death card. This is kind of like, I feel, a progression here. And with the Lovers reversed, this is really about your own personal values and really like loving yourself, being in alignment with yourself, loving who you are, being in alignment with who you are. And I really feel as though this is where all of this positive focus is coming in. Oh, I put that in the wrong order here, right? This one was on top. I feel as though this is where all of this positive energy is coming from, right? You're in alignment with who you really are. You recognize who you are. You recognize your value. You love yourself. You love who you are. I mean, I might even ask you, Pisces, really, I mean, I know sometimes we look at things that other people have or things that other people are, and we might envy them and wish we could join in or be just like them. But really, when it comes down to it, Pisces, think about it. You really do love who you are, and you don't really want to be anyone else. Sure, there might be certain things about your experience that you wouldn't mind changing, and you can. Remember, creation comes out of energy. It starts with your positive focus and expectation, which you've got a lot of that going on here, Pisces. But really, you do love yourself, and you wouldn't really want to be anyone else. And any changes that you want in your life, you can line up with those energetically, and you will attract them. And if not exactly what you have in mind, something of that essence to you, right? We attract the essence of what we put out there. So when our vibration is positive and high, and we love ourselves, you have to love yourself. You have to put the loving of yourself first. Otherwise, you're no good to anyone else, right? So when you love yourself and you can align up with these natural cycles here of when things, are born and die, when things begin and end. If you can get in alignment with all that, then your vibration is high and you will attract what you desire to you here. So with the Page of Cups reversed, I feel as though some of you may be receiving some sort of, well, okay, let's just go more general than that. First, I want to say that I believe that this is you, Pisces. You're a water sign, and I feel like this is you looking at things the wrong way. So I'm feeling that something that with this Death card, something came to an end, and even though it was a natural progression, you even though you should have expected it, you may not have expected it, or even though you expected it, you didn't receive it well. Okay? You didn't receive it well. And I think that's where the universe is telling you that I feel as though these are bookends here, right? When you don't receive something well, something that you maybe have attracted to yourself, or maybe the universe is imposing on you because it's your path to something better. Okay, I feel as though you did not receive something well, or you will not receive something well, and the universe is acknowledging that and telling you that you're looking at it the wrong way with the King of Cups reversed. Now, there is nothing more specific here on either end. Wow, okay, so it just came to me, Pisces, that I feel as though there's a message just in and of itself here with these two cards, okay? This is a little bit different than I normally feel with these readings, but I'm going to say what I feel. One of you or all of you or somewhere in between need to hear that when you don't go with the flow, when something occurs that you deem as unwanted or negative, and you're not going with the flow, you're looking at things the wrong way, and it's causing you unnecessary angst, unnecessary negative emotion, and that you need to try to find the value in this situation, okay? Just a brief example. I won't even go into details. I'll just let you know. And I'm not Pisces. I'm not Pisces sun, moon, or rising. So this message isn't really for me. But we all have the universal experiences, right? We all go through similar things. So basically, I just recently received some bad news, and it was a situation in which I do feel as though I was treated unfairly, and money was stolen from me, and there is value in this situation here for me, and I am able to see some of it already, and part of it is that even though it was a large sum of money to me, I realized that I've advanced spiritually so much in the past few years. I've grown spiritually to the point that even when I take that one step back and I start to think negatively and I start to resent the people involved and the situation and everything, that I can come back into alignment faster. And so it's really, so I feel like there's more value in it than I've already begun to see, because this is just fairly new information for me. But I do see the value in it. Part of the value in it is that I realize how strong I am, and how also that even though in the earthly realm, in my earthly experience, that is a large sum of money, it really isn't. It really isn't. There's so much more out there in store for me. And the more and more in alignment I become, the better and better experiences and things I attract to me. And it's also evidence of my being better at leaving things in the past and putting it behind me, because we only have now and the future, right? So I feel like there's no point in me dwelling on that in the past. There's just no point in that. It doesn't serve me at all. So I know I kind of went on a tangent there. I apologize, Pisces, if that was not interesting to you, but I just do feel as though the message here is that if you look at something the wrong way, if you don't line up with who you really are and try to see the value in something that appears to be negative, then you're looking at it the wrong way and causing yourself unnecessary negative emotion here. Yet, I feel as though there's a separate message here, because there's someone positive in your aspect here, someone strong. Maybe this is a role model. You're meditating, and if not, you're really contemplating things deeply and solidifying your foundation. Again, you're focused on a positive foundation here. You've got someone in your realm who is inspirational, this Page of Wands. Maybe this person is delivering this message to you. Maybe this even indicates me. I actually am a fire sign. So maybe this is the delivering of this message. Maybe someone needed to hear this. And although I'm not young in years, I do feel pretty positive and good right now. So maybe that's me delivering this message, and pages do deliver messages. So that could be it. And again, you have another 4 here, another number of stability here. And the loving yourself. I feel as though this is what fits in with these two. It's really, you have to love yourself. Focus on what you value most. Focus on what's important to you. And love yourself first, Pisces. You have to have self-love before you can be of value to anyone else. And you have to have self-love before you can manifest what you desire. Before you can attract the best stuff for yourself, you do have to love yourself. Okay, my Pisces friends, that was quite involved and long. So it is general. So take anything that does resonate with you. Leave the rest behind. If nothing resonates with you, you might want to check the readings for your moon and rising signs, because I do find that occasionally those resonate more with me than my sun sign reading. Either way, my Pisces friends, thank you so very much for being with me. And I really do hope you have a fabulous week ahead. And remember, love who you are.